Hi, welcome. This is our weekly reading for September 16th through September 22nd, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you are wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing, so see what feels right for you. It could be one nugget that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody involved in the situation and so on, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. Remember, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you in the end. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for the wave? Crashing into the wave? Riding the wave? Or ignoring the wave? It's always your choice in the end. See how it feels for you. Feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself and get some further clarity or personal signs and symbols for this week. All right, thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you in a moment. Taurus, welcome. This is our weekly reading for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Inquiring for September 16th through the 22nd, 2016. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Taurus for the highest, greatest good of all. One card for focus, clarity, and understanding into the energies of the week for Taurus. Vincenzo just woke up. Getting daring, Vincenzo. All right, let's see what we have for Taurus. The world. So I feel like you're coming out for the world to see, or something in the world is changing. Something is changing in your world, a big change in your world. It's a 21, so it brings you to a 3. It asks you to be creative, to use your creativity. I feel like you have to be your authentic self here, your bare-ass naked self for whatever this is to work. It's another chance. It's a it's like a big ending, Taurus. It's like the big finale. It's I feel like this girl has 2 batons. Maybe you're a majorette like me, or like involved in a marching band, or like a band front, or you juggle or twirl or do something with like martial arts, martial art moves, something like that. Maybe something with fabrics, like a gymnast, something like that. Something very physical, but involving a tool. I feel like martial arts, something like that. Dancing with ribbons. Something sort of like that, sort of off the beaten path kind of thing. something that I would do, like have some aerial silks hooked up in behind your house. Something sort of special, maybe aerial silks. Maybe you do something like that, Taurus. Maybe you're doing something physical. You're getting more physical about something. You're planning an ending. You're planning the finale. You're getting ready for an ending. You're getting ready to start something new. I feel like there's victory and a big like change in how you're seen, or coming through the gateway somehow, seeing something different. It's like you were on the other side, and I feel like this girl like stepped through this wreath and came out into a different world or something like that. I feel like you're protected here, and there's growth and abundance and healing and nature and emotion and water. It's everything. Everything is here for you. So maybe everything is coming together somehow for Taurus. I'm going to go to the, hold on. Sitting on my feet weird, and I'm starting to lose some feeling. Let me move this down a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go to the thelema Tarot. And let's get a card for Taurus. Taurus. Let's see what we have. I'm focusing on the bull here. So I feel like that's you. That's you maybe getting into, the bull is in the water. So maybe you're getting into something emotional, or it's an emotional ending. But you're watched by your guardian angel. I feel like you also see the situation like a hawk. And maybe there's like a, I feel like maybe an Aquarius or a Leo energy around you, Taurus. Or another Taurus, maybe another Taurus, like a fiery Taurus, somebody with fire in their chart, or air. I feel like this entire card is earth, though, like all of the elements, including spirit, like earth, air, water, fire, spirit. The Nine of Wands. So I feel like this is always the spirit of a warrior. Someone who's been in a lot of battles, come a long way, ready to end something too. It's a 9. So it's completion. You're ending something, Taurus. You've come a long way. I feel like you're really tired. Somebody is really tired. You're ready for it to be over. I see a moon, even though the moon, I feel like it's almost like you made it to the top of the hill, or you made it to the doorway, and it's not even a full house. I feel like it just sort of like morphs into the sky, and the moon is right there. So it's more like it's just a doorway. It's not really about the structure right now, Taurus. It's about walking through something. I feel like she's stepping through something. I feel like you're waiting to go through the door, or somebody to open that door. And you took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of heart to bring all of that passion, all of this energy, all of this life force up to this doorway. And it's like you stalled on the I never noticed that. This deck is still really new for me. I really like this. It's almost like you're stalling on the last step here. Notice how these are all like new. Maybe you just brought them, and maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you worked on all of these other 8 situations, 8 months, 8 days, 8 people, 8, and then the 9th one is special. It's the finale. It's the one that's different. It's the final touch. It's like you have to like cut away some of the growth first and make it fresh and make it like the other situation. I don't know. You see how there's vines growing on this? So I feel like there's one event that's been there longer than the others. There's one situation you've been ignoring. There's one more thing you have to get to and clean it off to get everything done and walk through the door. So maybe you've been holding off. You know, you don't really want it to be the end yet. Let's get more clarity on that. I'm going to go to the Life's Purpose Oracle cards for Taurus. And let's get a card for the Nine of Wands. I mean, it's strength. It's a lot of strength. It's strength because you've been through a lot. And either you're kind of stuck because you put so much time into something and you kind of don't want it to end, or you're just ready for it to end and you don't even want to do that last step. So let's see what we have for Taurus. Heart's Desire. This keeps coming up. I had this whole deck here and I maybe got 3 cards through all the signs, maybe 4. So your heart's desire, Taurus. This is beautiful. What do you want? What do you really want? Do you want something to be over? Do you want something new to begin? The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting. That's what I said with this. I feel like you're protected. Like perhaps if you haven't gotten what you want yet, there's a reason. There was a reason you're protected from something. So just trust that sometimes we're protected and we don't know what's going on behind that door, because there's a good reason for it. And when that door opens, it's time. So, your angels are supporting, guiding, protecting you as your dreams become a reality. So they're not, maybe that's behind this door. Maybe that's through this gate. That's the new reality you're stepping into, Taurus. Let's go to the Art of Life Tarot and pull a card for Taurus. See what we have. One card for clarity on completion, starting something new, the big ending, walking towards your heart desires. Maybe you have to leave something behind in order to get what you really want. Eight of Pentacles, also a card that has come up a couple times. So until you try, Taurus, you don't know what you can do. Henry James, and it's Van Gogh Painting Sunflowers, Detail by Paul Gauguin. I should say that better by this point. It's 1888, Van Gogh Museum, Amsterdam, the Netherlands. So Paul was hanging out with Van Gogh here and was watching him paint, and he was like, I don't know, I could probably do that. Do you have another paintbrush? Do you have some paint? I'll paint you painting. And it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. I must say, my sister has painting parties, and some of her friends have started to host them as well. And they're sort of fun. You know, a bunch of people come over, you bring some canvases and paints, and I must say, the people that I know that thought they couldn't paint are amazing. And the others that knew they were painters were inspired by those that were doing something new or different or fresh or unique. So perhaps there's something different you can do that's inspiration, even if it's not something you typically do, Taurus. Perhaps you're inspired by somebody, or somebody is inspired by you, and that is a good start to try something new. Maybe you're just worried because you always did it another way, and this one is different. You don't know how to pick that up with those weird vines. Maybe you have to go get your scissors. You have to get your tweezers, get some gloves. You don't know what's going on with this one wrapped around your rod, but it's different than the other ones. So you have to do something different. You have to do something different this time. What is it going to be? What inspires you? What have you been meaning to try? Or pops up this week, like an event, or like, I see one of those like restaurants like that has like a theme, or like a speakeasy where there's no like it's back in time. There's no like phones allowed. Maybe there's something like that in your area, something kind of unique you can go to, and you're going to meet somebody. I don't know. That was sort of a different tangent side note to the Eight of Pentacles, but it's about trying. It's about the doing. It's about, you never know until you give it a go. So let's go to the Romance Angels and get a card for Taurus. And let's see about like romance, matters of the heart, communication, the lovey-dovey stuff. Perhaps just communication. Let's see what it is, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. Like one wanted to come. Release your ex. Release your ex. It's time to let something go, because something better is on its way once you walk through the door. So perhaps you're just thinking about your ex. You're having a hard time dealing with that changing. Maybe you got used to something. But think about how much beauty, love, warmth, and joy can come into your world when you allow something new in. You allow yourself to feel something special for you. the time has come to clear your energy. I'm going to pull another card from the Romance Angels quick for Taurus. Let's get more clarity on releasing your ex. Maybe that's just somebody that comes back into your world and reminds you of some good times. Perhaps it's just there so that you refocus on what you have now. Like a refocus. Sometimes memories bring us somewhere to bring us back to the present. For some of you, it's just letting it go. Letting it go, letting it be. And starting that process. Everybody has a different process. Maybe you're having some time by yourself, learning what's good for you. Maybe you have a new partner and you always bring up old situations that you went through before because you're so used to it, and your new partner is totally different. It's not the same person, so they're totally different scenarios here. So perhaps you have to just stop bringing up an ex situation. It could be with your husband or your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It could just be bringing up things from the past. It could be a person. It could be a situation. It's a general reading. So let's see. Religious factors. So maybe there's somebody really different around you, or you were with somebody who saw things really different from you. Maybe you grew spiritually and you were, you had one belief system when you got married or when you started a relationship, and maybe you've awakened, or you're reaching out, you're branching out your spirituality. Things are different for you now. Maybe somebody understands that. Maybe somebody didn't understand that. Maybe you're understanding something different about spirituality from what you grew up with. But religious factors are an influence, or your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I feel like there's a change from the path you were on and the path you're going on now. But the path you came from is important, and the path that everybody else came from is important. And it's always possible that you can come, two different people can come from over here and over here to very, very, very different places of the world, cultures, religions, background, family history, anything, you know, and start going this way here, and at some point they meet, and their two perspectives create something beautiful. They create a beautiful open heart, an open love, an open unconditional mind, unconditional love in a situation that expands what you had before. So maybe you're expanding how you saw something. Maybe something's been like, you know, somebody told you something and it just blew you away. Or how could somebody judge you like this? That blew you away. Or maybe you're releasing judgment and just opening your heart a little bit to truth that could come in other ways. God can speak to us through many different means. It could be a stranger that says something to us that's so profound it changes our world, our life. It could be something from our upbringing, something that we find in a book, something that we find in like a class, or something taught to us, or in school, or in church, or through exercise, through meditation, through nature. There is inspiration from spirit everywhere for us. So perhaps you're just tapping into that inspiration for you. Maybe there's somebody else who doesn't understand what you're going through, and just know sometimes when we open up spiritually, our vibration changes, and I feel like it gets brighter, it gets bigger, it vibrates faster. It's a different frequency. Maybe you're stepping through, you know, a filter, a gateway here, and the world looks different now. Maybe you've, you know, discovered things about the world that are totally different than what you were taught growing up. And that's a big change. You know, sometimes it takes people 20 years to adapt to some of these changes of things that we thought were true. So everybody needs their own time. And sometimes people fall out of our life when that time is up. And beautiful new people come into our world that magnify the energy we are in at that point. So maybe there's somebody else who just has a different path. They're going to figure it out. It doesn't mean their path is better or worse, higher or lower. It's just a different direction around. We're all children of God. So in the end, we're all one. So maybe there's, I feel like it's just an opening up here, an acceptance here, unconditional love, and maybe something really big changing in how you see something. Maybe unconditional love is a part of this. Maybe you fell in love with somebody who believes something totally different from you, and you always thought that was wrong, and now this person in your world is changing your mind about something. Maybe that's an ex, or maybe that's coming on in. Let's get another card for Taurus, Moon. So this is using your intuition. This is tuning in to those feelings that you have that you can't explain. It's things under the surface, allowing the ebb and the flow, the tides to change, understanding emotions, understanding there are dark shadows in our history, in what we've gone through, in what we were taught, in what we believe. And sometimes the full moon comes out and what we thought was something scary isn't something scary at all. It just took a different filter, a different light. I feel like there's the archer. You see your target. It's like even in the moonlight, you can reach your target if you feel your environment, if you feel your connection to God within yourself, to the universe within yourself. Whatever you believe is cool. There's a part of this card that's tapping into that animal side of you, that instinct, that unknowing part that perhaps it's emotional. You know, there can be so anger. I hear like anger. Maybe something made you angry. But there's also beauty and depth and intuition, and insight. And I feel like there's something really psychic that happens this week for you, Taurus, that only you can explain. Only you know. It's only you that have this experience. Sometimes it's hard to explain those experiences to anybody, to yourself even. So maybe something's also happening on the 18th. This is an 18. The full moon, maybe with the eclipse. But trust your own inner knowing. Trust your instincts. Trust your feelings. And trust that things will come to the surface slowly. This is mystery. It could be like a mysterious, it could be like having a crush on someone or having feelings about someone and never saying anything, keeping it to yourself, not facing fears. Let's go to the Angel Tarot, Taurus. Let's try to get one more card and get some clarity. I feel like even in the dark, Taurus, you'll be okay. Just try. Just try. Let's see what we have. One more card for Taurus. The Queen of Fire. So I feel like perhaps that's the same woman. Maybe there's a fiery energy around you, Taurus. It could be I wanted to say Capricorn. Maybe you have a Capricorn, but an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo energy. Somebody very passionate. Somebody who maybe doesn't have to try so hard to get things to happen. She's like the catalyst to the flame. She's inspiration. She's the muse. She gives you good ideas and then that idea rolls, but she doesn't really have to do a lot of work. It's just passionate. She's somebody confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. And it's telling you to stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself, Taurus. You're strong. I feel like it's probably fiery energy around you, like a Mars energy around you, Taurus. Or it could be somebody else around you. This confident woman could be around you in your situation, helping you tap into your intuition. Or it's telling you to be confident, you know. Trust yourself, be assertive, and use your independence and be creative about this situation. I feel like this is something new and it's something exciting that you have to just try something different this week. Taurus, I hope this was helpful and I'll see you soon.